Hi, it's Monica Murphy here. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for all the love on my last YouTube video. I appreciate it more than you will know. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking a little bit about some of the things that I have done in my grieving and healing process since losing this past pregnancy. I did ask you guys over on Instagram, which I can drop my Instagram handle here, if it would be helpful just for me to share some things that I have done, because losing a baby and miscarriage and pregnancy loss is hard and everybody deals with it differently. Everybody grieves differently. And I just want to put it out there right now and say that there is no right or wrong way to feel, to grieve, to heal. There's nothing that will prepare you for this type of heartbreak, for this type of gut-wrenching, awful feeling. So however you grieve or try to heal or get through it is amazing, and everyone can only do what feels best for them. So I'm just gonna go over some things that I personally have done, both in the last pregnancy loss, which was back in 2018, and then this one that was just July 2022. Let's get right into it. So the first pregnancy that I did lose was before I had any babies, and it was really tough. I actually just brought out this little keepsake memory box filled with just memories of that pregnancy. And again, this isn't for everybody, but this really helped me through that time of loss. And it was just a place where I could put everything into, delete things off my phone, out of my head, get it all out on paper, and then store it away, not to forget, because it was always there. I put it in a special place whenever I wanted to remember or bring it out and take a look. I could do that, and I actually have done that a few times. So I found it. And I actually put all the things from this pregnancy in the same box just so that babies can be together. So yeah, the first time I lost was before my first son, and it was really tough. This was from the first time. Tracked my pregnancy and the lines like a crazy person. I was doing all the YouTube research, finding out HCG levels, what happens when you get pregnant, the lines should get darker, and I started obsessing. So I would take a test every single day. I had also like these positive tests that were there, but then I bought these ones and I just tested every day, and I could see the line started to get lighter, and that's when I went for blood tests and confirmed that my HCG was indeed dropping. At this point, I obviously told my husband that I was pregnant. We were so happy. We had just gotten married a few months before. It seemed like everything was falling into place perfectly, and I did film his reaction to me telling him, and it was just too much for me to have that on my phone because it was one of the happiest moments of our life, and then I feel like it just got taken away so quickly that I couldn't even have these memories on my phone. So what I did was I actually sent my little sister the video of me telling him and some photos of the pregnancy, and I just said, hey, like, can you put this on your laptop or somewhere safe, because I don't want it gone, but I just can't look at it right now. Like it really, it's too hard. So she did that for me. And then I also got some photos developed of me just telling some people other things I did, just again to heal. So I printed out everything from that pregnancy and I got it developed so that I could put it in a box and not have to look at it again. That is just what worked for me at that time. This time I do feel like I could keep that kind of thing on my phone, and I actually like to look at it every now and again. Something else that has really helped me this time is just talking about my experience. The first time I lost, it wasn't something that I heard about often, and definitely not something that I wanted to be the first talking about. I just felt like anytime I shared with someone about my loss, things were said that I just didn't want to hear or didn't make me feel better. And I know that there's nothing you can say to make someone feel better that is going through a pregnancy loss, but there's definitely things that could be said that make you feel worse. And I did experience that. Everything happens for a reason. Like, that's like not what you want to hear. And there was just countless things being said that just didn't make me feel any better about losing that pregnancy. So I really shut off. I didn't talk to anybody about it, and it was just all in my mind and my head. So this time I have just felt so much comfort, and it has been so healing for me to just share my pregnancy loss with all of you on social media. TikTok has been amazing. Instagram has been amazing. You guys have been amazing in me just sharing reels of me finding out that I'm miscarrying. We did a little photo shoot that had scheduled for so long before this. I wasn't gonna attend, and then I felt like it was a really great way to celebrate this pregnancy and just remember. So we did go, and now those photos just mean so much to me. They are so, so special. So thank you for the love on that as well. I'm just so grateful that this time I've allowed myself to talk about it, to share, to hear your stories, and to really just come together in this community of women who have lost. And again, it doesn't take the pain away, but there is comfort in knowing that you are not alone. That has really, really helped me this time around. Something else that I did last time and I did this time was wrote a letter to the baby. I just find it so healing to write everything down on a piece of paper, and I am just that type of person that likes to write things out, get my feelings out on paper, and really just like dedicate that time to think and feel about whatever. So I found that really, really healing. My husband also wrote a letter. Honestly, I like it. It's really sad to read. Every time I read it, I just get so upset. I'm so glad that we have that. And sorry, I feel like I'm all scatterbrained. And then this, which I forgot that I did until I just opened this box, was a letter that I wrote on the first baby's due date, what should have been. So I just wrote like a happy birthday letter that I'm still thinking about you. And I was actually pregnant at this time, which for me just goes to show that like another pregnancy doesn't just replace and like make you forget about a loss. I just like talked about in there how like that will always be my first pregnancy, my first baby. I'm obviously so grateful and I love Reese so much. And he's our firstborn. This is my first baby. So I did write like a happy birthday due date letter to the baby. And again, all the pregnancy tests from both times go in that box. So for me, it is just extremely healing to have a place where I can come to and physically look and touch and feel things, to be reminded of this pregnancy. Again, that might not be for everybody, but it really, really works for me. This was a stuffy that I told my husband that we were pregnant with our first pregnancy. And I actually like slept with this for a long time after losing that pregnancy. I just find so much comfort in like putting that in there. And some things I bought while I was pregnant, both times, this time and last time, I've like dedicated to just be for that pregnancy and baby. But other things like this thing that I got made for me, I do feel like I will use at some point. How cute is this? It says baby number 3. The most amazing company, I'll link her below, made this for me. I can't wait to like put this on our baby number 3 because we are 100% certain that we do want to expand our family. So I'll be saving that for that. But yeah, those are just some of the things that I have done. You may have seen that I also took time and I lit a candle for every single day that the baby was in my belly, and that is when I wrote the letter. I just found it so calming to look at the flames and each candle and just remember how happy I was and the joy I felt and all the things that I felt in those days where I was carrying the baby, and to just dedicate a candle for each day just was something that I did this last time and this time that really was super healing for me. So I definitely recommend just taking time. Go out to the dollar store, buy a couple tea light candles, however many. You could do one per week, one per day, and just like spend some time and sit there and really be with your thoughts. So I did that. Obviously, another really big healing part of this pregnancy loss for me was me and my best friend actually found out that we were pregnant together. We were like 3 days behind. She told me she was pregnant. A couple days later, I told her I was pregnant, and we went through the loss experience together. So our HCG levels started like not rising, and I just felt so much comfort in messaging my best friend. Having someone who was literally experiencing it with me at the same time was something that obviously we didn't wish for. We were really hoping that we both could have held these babies, but for both of us, it didn't end that way. So it was just extremely healing to have her through this experience, because even though so many people around me have lost, I also just feel like in that moment, still no one knew how I felt. And even if they did, I didn't want to hear the things that they were saying. So I'm just really like really, really grateful to have my best friend through that. But also something that is just really healing for me is just talking about it and finding some safe people to talk about it with. Again, I think it's really important that if you want to like sit down and open up and talk about your pregnancy loss and not have comments or certain things said back to you, to just make it really clear up front that, hey, like I am gonna just like talk to you about this pregnancy loss. I'm still really hurt and heartbroken about it. So I'm not looking for any advice or like anything to be said at all, really. I just need to like have someone to talk to about it. And so like I have made it clear that that is what I do when I'm opening up and talking to someone about it, and I don't want some of the things that might be said. Although this time I don't even feel like I've had anything like that said. Everyone around me has been so supportive, and I'm just forever grateful for that. So yeah, like my best friends, my family, my husband obviously has been like such a rock to me in this, but also like my children. And I know I am like super grateful and lucky to have two beautiful babies here with me, and they definitely did help me through this. I felt so much comfort just like holding them and breastfeeding them and looking to their eyes and watching them sleep. These last few weeks I have really taken a step back from social media, YouTube, making videos, doing my makeup, and I am such a go type person that sometimes that would make me feel like worse, but it was just so much needed for me to really spend some quality time with my family. We went on a couple camping trips. We just had lots of like backyard nights hanging out together, no phone, no social media, no work, and really just like was in the moment with my family. So that was extremely healing for me during this time. So yeah, those are just some of the things that I have done, and by no means am I healed, am I better, am I any of those things, but everything that I have done in my healing to get to where I am right now has helped. So I probably will write a due date happy birthday letter to this pregnancy and baby again. That would be in March. It just gives me a nice excuse to remember and think about this pregnancy that did bring us so much joy for the time that I was pregnant. I had a tattoo appointment scheduled for a few days after I found out I was pregnant, and so obviously I canceled that. You shouldn't be getting a tattoo while you're pregnant. At least I did not want to do that. So plan for that tattoo was gonna be like my wedding flower. I've always loved my wedding flower. I've always wanted it tattooed on me. It is a protea. I think it's beautiful. And then I was gonna have two butterflies with their wings like open for Reese and Linnea. And then after experiencing this loss, I decided that I want to add two more butterflies with their wings closed into that piece as well, just because, again, for me, this isn't just like a forget and move on type situation. I'll never forget the love that I felt and all the feelings, and how this pregnancy will always still be a part of our family. So I do want to just like incorporate those closed butterfly wings to represent the pregnancy losses that I have been through. So I plan to reschedule that tattoo. I'm not sure when, but that is something that I would like to do. That is just like a really nice way to remember. Same with those photos that I got done. I'm really glad that we went through with that day, even though I was actually miscarrying for those photos, but they're just so special to me now. So overall, I'm doing okay. I am starting to get back in the swing of working and creating content again, because I say this all the time, even if social media wasn't my job, I would still be doing it, because I find so much joy in just like connecting with all of you and having that community and sharing my real life and body positivity and breastfeeding and motherhood and makeup and all of those kind of things like bring me so much joy that I would be doing it even if it wasn't my full-time job. So I'm just getting right back into the swing of that. This week it is my 30th birthday, so we are gonna go away on a little vacation with a couple of friends that is gonna be really fun. And yeah, I'm feeling good. Definitely all the things that I just said have helped so much. And if you or someone you know is going through pregnancy loss, my heart goes out to you. I'm so terribly sorry that you've had to experience this heartbreak or watch someone experience that heartbreak. Just know that you are not alone. Please don't hesitate to reach out to me through DMs on Instagram. Definitely be replying and looking at all the DMs that I get. And just remember that I do like to talk about things. That is how I go through my healing and grieving process. So if you do know someone who is experiencing a pregnancy loss, suggesting some of these things might not work for them, and that is totally okay. So just remember that everyone's different and there's no right or wrong way to grieve. Thank you so much much for watching this video. I can't wait to get back to my like upbeat, regular, everyday vlogs. But I'm so grateful for you during this time and allowing me this time to just heal and be with my family. I'm forever, forever grateful for you. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a beautiful day, and we will see you on my next YouTube video. All right, bye-bye.